And even if you say nothing, it's perceived as you tacitly supporting like the abuser, even though you know nothing about the situation.
Yeah,
So you,
let's just say like someone random in this chat actually gets like a rape accusation and everybody heard in here. I feel like 80, like let's say me, I feel like 80% would just say yeah, he raped her.
No,
I,
I'd
no,
probably say immediately no, he didn't rape her.
I will
Yeah,
say what was the context? I'll ask questions.
yeah. Like get the story from both sides. That's what a lot of people are doing, but a lot of people are also downplaying that behavior. It's like, oh, what do you mean? You should trust the girl. What do you mean take both
Guys,
sides of the
It's
story?
I
not.
can do
It's
it.
Dude,
not
that's not.
that. Like yes, you.
I know,
No,
but
here's the thing. Like
my point is that people actually downplay that that opinion. You know that, right?
well, no, I understand.
Yeah.
No, here's the, it's like it's weird because like in cases of like
Think you can get away?
He said, she said, kind of
which
thing.
which
Whoa,
stance
Animal test
leads
60
to like
absorption test.
the least harm,
This is order.
or like the least harm. It's like you being like immediately like oh she did it, or like weird. Because like I'd rather have like a country that's like very than a country that's very like,
Time for takeoff. Animal test 6308.
so it's like
Animal hypostasis.
I just wish it was that like
Brace
so
yourself.
like I wish it was like so like so
I will have order.
because like when it happens to girls it's like being like oh that guy totally raped her. I want to have the guys it's like oh we have to have discussion. What's the context? You need to know both sides.
Absorption test.
Alright, to be fair, the reason why the Nairo one was really bad, when guy on guy, or when the guy gets raped, there is one factor that will instantly like, I think that there's another factor other than gender.
Oh, he left.
Brace yourself.
Alright, Tosh, I think there's another factor other than gender. And this one is a big one. Age.
Go ahead.
If
Oh.
like the reason why the Nairo situation was so complicated was because a minor raped an adult.
Oh yeah no okay this is really fucked up to say and goddamn I hope this isn't recorded. I know this, but like
Hey, YouTube.
a minor who is like 16, like fucking 6'2", 200 pounds, is capable of raping like 5'5". It can happen.
Now,
Is it
I'm not making the argument about size. There are people who just get shocked, you know. Psychologically, they might get harmed. Blackmail, for instance.
Yahoo!
Yeah, but no, let's like
Swirl,
no, he's
mark
saying like
animal test 6308.
minors who use like blackmail and all that. It's possible,
Brace yourself.
but I'm like, how like rampant is? That's my thing. There's a reason why like for like a minute there, I was like so like apprehensive with like the whole Naruto taxi. Is that really a psychopath? Like, is he really a sociopath?
I think
I know now he is. Now he is. Give me like 5 minutes for this to me.
for some reason I don't think he's a sociopath. I think he's just
Time for takeoff.
super delusional.
Yeah, no, but like, you're intentionally like using your position in society to get people in trouble.
Brace yourself.
And like,
Yeah, actually, you know
a lot
what?
of teenagers.
He did get money out of it. Never mind.
Yeah, like a
Over
lot
time,
of
I should be
teenagers who, no, here's the thing, a lot of teenagers don't even think about that, or if they do think about that, they're like, no, that's fucked up, and that will most likely backfire on me. I'm not gonna do it. I have a soul. But
Let me tell you.
ones that
Let me tell you a really fucking easy way that a minor could blackmail an adult to have sex with them. They're hanging out, they're chill. He's like, yo, can I borrow your phone? Takes a picture of his dick, saves it into his phone, then sends a picture of his dick.
You really thought of this? What the fuck? I'd never thought of this.
It is very easy to blackmail someone into getting sex.
no, but I'm like, okay, let's say, like, okay, but here's the
Alright,
thing.
Tima, can you give me your phone?
A teenager,
Oh.
think about that. It's kind of like unlikely and if they do, it's like very sparse.
Really?
It's like
You think it's
very-
unlikely? You think it's unlikely for a teenager to be a sociopath?
No, not okay. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like cases like this is like it's either underreported or it's like it legitimately doesn't happen that much.
I will say it happens a lot less than an adult male raping child. I would say that, but I'm not going to say anything else.
Yeah, no, but like I understand what you're coming from. I really. It's just that. How do you put that? Outside like the Captain Zack stuff one was like the only
Captain Zack was easy. Like honestly, you know why the Captain Zack one was so easy? Not because of Ally already having that situation happen
Well,
to
he
him.
wanted to shut the fuck up about it. That's the thing.
No, it's because Tamim makes a response. Captain Zack confirms that he lied about some stuff. Now his testimony is, flawed. Let's say if it's in the court of law, he did perjury. He lied.
Yeah.
So now he's already flawed.
Like,
But let's say the court of public opinions haven't changed. They will think to themselves, okay, it's still on Nairo. But then Nairo responds with the exact same situation and even more details on Tamim's side, which means that Nairo and Tamim said nothing wrong, and Zack said something wrong.
but here's the thing about Nairo. Like Nairo, even though we know they and we know the situation is way more complicated than like that. Oh my god, it's all fucking. Someone on the outside who
This is a
is
plant
like
that
tangentially about what went down.
enjoys a moist environment.
Of course,
It
they're
is
gonna be
best
like
picked after it
doubt it,
rains.
or be
If you
like,
should
oh,
choose to
Nairo
pick
was a
any,
pedo.
be sure to
He
store
loved
them
like a
appropriately.
6-year-old.
Like,
I'm
see, I would agree with you, but let's say I was in that group chat that Nairo and that Zack was in. As soon as he sent that text, remember, he sent the text, like pictures of him asking for money.
No,
I'd already
I'm
start
saying,
calling
like,
into question. I remember when those pictures came out, me, Isaac, and Maurice all questioned them. We were like, what the fuck?
No. I'm saying like someone who like tangentially sees like a comment saying like, "Oh, Naruto fucked a minor" or shit like that. Who doesn't do the research? They see like the surface level of the problem, and they immediately come to the average conclusion. But that the other him being a Smash player, and how the like half of last year is dedicated to exposing like tons of Smash players or pedophiles. He already has like that stink on him, and it's sat there on with like when after the Captain Zack, it's like. Naruto is innocent, and I do think he's going to be okay. But he's still gonna have like the scar of that. Because he'll still gonna have like the whole situation and his reputation as a Smash player scar his reputation for like probably the rest of his life.
Probably. But yeah, Gasper. I would consent with you any day of the week.
You would consent with me. You would definitely like. I want to say this one point before we like move off. I definitely think you would be one of the people who would say no. But like, I would imagine like other people would just be like, "Yo, he's a fucking rapist." Like honestly, like behind my
I
back
wouldn't
and
say
just
that.
telling you or some shit like that.
I
100%.
wouldn't say that.
I know you wouldn't say that. That's why I said 80%.
To be honest,
No, I wouldn't say 80%. I would say like 50% would be like, okay, wait, hold up, what happened? And
Yeah.
20% would be like, oh, he probably did it, or they'll lean towards that he probably did it. But if they were presented with evidence that
I
they
want to
do
help.
something, it
Yeah.
wouldn't be like entirely, oh, he did it. It'll be black and white. It will
Yeah.
be.
It
It'll be
would
more
definitely be black and white. Yeah.
one time I was having a conversation with my friends, right? And basically, my friend Alex was going to the military. And he said, I want to be stationed in an Asian country. And then Ben, the Asian supremacist, he's like, no, Alex is the type of person to rape someone. And me and Ruben were like, what the fuck? No. Like, me and him were like together, like, both like saying no. And then we were walking home together by ourselves. And Ruben was like, actually, do you think you would? And I said, you want my honest opinion?
Stabilize.
if he didn't know that she was drunk as fuck, I think he would do it. Honestly, if he knew that she was drunk as fuck, I still think he would do it. So he would do that type of rape, but nothing else. And then he was like, "How do you know?" I'm like, "I could just kind of tell." And then he's like, "Okay, so how do you tell?" Based on their interactions with women. And he's like, "Okay, what about me?" No. Anyway.
What about me?
No. No way.
Alright.
Solidify.
And then I went, and then I thought to myself, who is the most likely person to rape someone in their friend group? Malik.
6308.
Oh.
And keep in mind, this was 6 years ago. A long time ago. And I based it off of every interaction I've seen him have with a woman, with men, just being awkward in general.
I was about to say, he just like,
Steady as stone.
He had stalker-like tendencies. And it was not good.
Here we go.
And they continued into 2019. It was pretty fucking bad.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. I've told you this story before.
Yeah.
And
Stabilize.
see,
Brace yourself.
normally you would think, oh my god, he was just talking shit behind like Malik's back. I went straight up to Malik, said, "Malik, I talked about this with Ruben. I kind of think that like
Stabilize.
you have some fucking terrible ass tendencies, and I'm actually a little worried for you."
You did the smart, you did the responsible thing about them.
Solidify.
Confronting your president.
Yeah. Now, with this context in mind, how do I feel about people in the anime club? Do I think any of them are rapists? I can name a few.
I can't say the name. If not, I'm gonna be a bully.
I have some receipts, some people that won't.
I mean, obviously Spencer.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
No,
about him.
not Spencer. Not Spencer. We don't know. I have like suspicions on some.
You know what? Shoot me, bro. Shoot. I want to hear.
Silos.
Okay.
Say silos.
Promise me there's never like this out.
Yeah?
Stabilize.
Think you can get away? Swirl, mark, animal test, 63 absorption test.
Order guide you. Gather.
Animal test, 6308. Time for takeoff. Here we go. Yeah. Stand clear.
Solidify. I will have order.
Let's play. Think you can get away?
Stabilize.
Enhanced animal module 70 animal test 63. Yahoo!
Stabilize. Gather.
Time for takeoff. Stand clear.
Gather. Order guide you.
Animal hypostasis simulation. Let's play. Time to clean up. I must.
Like
I'm
once
gonna-
you
I'm-
heard about this thing, your mental image about this person just changed automatically,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Alright, I'm definitely
I
Cid.
won't- Yeah, like, I'm only tolerating you because the person I care about cares about you.
Stabilize.
That's it.
Here we go. Animal test 16.
Understandable.
Yeah. I think the obvious one's a reef.
Oh yeah, if he
Yeah.
had the power, he would have been in fucking Poland years ago, but he doesn't because you know.
Yeah, I can't say the name unless I become a bully afterwards. So
Yeah, sorry, dude.
yeah.
Yes,
Hey, guess what?
I'm censored.
Hey, guess what? Jahi's not fucking voiding null from this list.
Right.
I'm actually legitimately.
Here we go.
I think his sexual habits are fucking dog shit. And he will. If he found out that, like, one of his partners was 16, 17, he would continue. I have a feeling in my fucking bones.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Brace yourself.
I will say this: Jahi, him being a man,
Stabilize.
is it okay? Here's the thing: you being a man slut isn't really a problem. It's the way you handle relationships. You fucked. It's a problem. Like Evelina. Evelina. I'm saying this right now. Like half of that is his fault. You know the situation, right?
Yeah, he's talked to us about it a lot, and we've only gotten his perspective.
Someone needs assistance.
But at the
No,
same
but-
time,
no, but
the bitch keeps trying to come back, so I don't like her.
I heard his perspective, but I'm like, I can put myself in her shoes. If you're like the first person, no, if you've been like intimate, and like you're like the first person that she's like intimate and has sex with, and you're so flippant by the relationship, it's like, why did you even engage with that?
Wait, who
Nah.
are we talking about? Sorry.
Evelina.
Oh, right.
No, I could make that argument, but then she kept coming back for more. That's the
No.
thing that fucked me up. I
No,
was
but
like-
Johnny sometimes entertains that. But my thing is like this.
Yeah, the first time they quote unquote broke up, that should have been the end. But then he fucked her.
Yeah.
That's when he made too much of an emotional connection for her
Yeah,
to.
but like, no,
just
but you're
be
like the
over.
No, here's the thing. You're like the first, like, you're like her first, like, intimate everything with her. You think she's not gonna like catch the feelings in any way? Like,
No. No, he definitely was in the wrong for the beginning, but then she continued, and her attitude was bad.
No, here's the thing. She is a adult who can make her own decisions. And like her reactions after that are pretty bad.
I don't like that
And
term,
her
by the
coming
way.
back
She's
is
an
also
adult
on her.
that
That's
understands
also
her
really
like
bad. But like Jahi being so flippant and thinking that nothing bad would happen if you just act so cavalier with the relationship, it's kind of fucked up. I don't think he's
Yeah.
a rapist, but he's very like bad with like women.
He's bad with women. That's what I'm putting it. He's bad at stopping. He's bad. Like, that's the reason why I said he's not gonna be a rapist. But if he commits statutory, like 16, 17, I don't think he would stop.
I don't think
Unless there's a very good reason.
I don't think he's gonna do that because I'm pretty sure he's smart enough to ask about it. Unless he
I
really
guess,
wants
but
it-
we can have like a. What's his
like,
name?
unless he wants it to like a female Captain Zack, I don't think it's gonna happen.
No, the guy fucking from Smash, who had sex with a minor, but that was because they lied about their age on Tinder.
Oh. Well, I think he's gonna stop because he knows this is a bad idea. He knows. It's stupid. He's fucking with the law at this point.
Meh. He's
But
stupid
that's
enough.
not-
He's stupid enough. He's stupid enough to fuck without condoms.
Oh. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Well.
And not gonna lie, he fucked Zach without condoms, and Zach goes around.
You
Alright.
fucked Zack without.
Yeah.
He was he was what do you call it?
He's pounding the fucking pussy.
here's the thing. It's like you
Pounding the tuna.
if you doesn't make any. Okay, that's stupid because unless you like you know their history. Oh, if you don't know their history, don't fuck with that album. That's all I'm gonna say.
Exactly. I had to basically beg him to use condoms and he didn't even think about it. He's stupid. I'm sorry, he's fucking stupid. Like,
No, I'm not saying.
I wish I could put it in any
stupid.
other way. He's kind of fucking stupid.
No, and he's saying I'm not saying he's not stupid when it comes to that. He is.
No. My friend Alex also fucks without condoms. But the thing is, he fucks like not whores. First off, not to put Zach in the whore category, but she has a lot of sex.
Yeah.
And he fucks other girls.
Swinging. Yeah, she does a lot of swinging.
Yeah, he fucks other girls too. So that's why I'm saying whores, not Zach in specific.
Yeah.
And that will probably be his biggest crime. Unintentionally giving people STDs.
Oh yeah, that's bad. That's terrible.
And that's terrible. So yeah, no, fucking Jahi and his sex habits are terrible. Stupid.
Yeah.
No good. That's why I don't like to talk to Jahi. I think he's stupid. I think people don't call him out on it enough, and even when they do call him out on it, he just laughs it off.
He disregards it because like.
I mean, he's not eat that pussy level of stupid, but
He's close.
yeah.
Like, wait, what do you mean? That doesn't make any sense.
EDP 4-5.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say.
Wait, so it's bad to go down a woman?
Wait, what?
It's bad to go down a woman?
He did say that actually. Jahi did say that. But besides that, that's just a preference thing. Honestly, if you don't want to eat pussy, it doesn't taste good.
Brace yourself.
From what I've heard, it doesn't taste good. So
No, I just view it as like a courtesy. Like if she's gonna suck your dick, you might as well go on. I'm
Eat
trying
the
to.
I mean, you could say that all you want, but like, courtesy doesn't change anything if it tastes really bad.
Let's
No, here's my thing. It's like
Order.
I'm pretty sure my dick is tasted, but like if she does it, I might as well do it on her too. Now, if you don't want to do it, you're generally uncomfortable with it. But if you're willing to do it,
Yo, Gasper. Dick taste testing, let's go. Let's taste each other. Taste the stick.
Damn, bro. Onesies taste like Chinese food.
Yo. Wait, you can actually taste it?
Yeah, bro. Like,
I just had to lick the area around his dick. I couldn't find it.
bro, he had General Soul? What?
He's a general now?
how does he? Wait, what the fuck? Does he not watch his dick?
No, he just bathes in General Tso's last that night.
That's bizarre.
Man. My favorite thing about Wenji is that he's so fucking normal, but likes to pretend that he's weird as fuck.
Cause he can't talk with you people.
No! He does this all on his own volition. I've heard him talking with his other friends. He says weird shit too. And they're normal people too.
Solidify.
Yo. Yeah.
Yo. Anyway.
Yeah, like, the other thing. I'll say this. Johnny is an idiot. Idiot is like, he's very reckless. That's the issue.
By the way, I know like Seymour told you about this, but you playing devil's advocate during that time, fuck you.
No, it's like, I understand, like,
can get away. Yahoo!
No, once you said just like, oh, I understand Jahi's point, and I'm just like, I understand you need to fucking leave and let me talk to this kid. You need to talk. He's like, no, you're not listening to me, Casper.
Yeah. Let me repeat what I said to you before, like Taj.
Have order.
You sometimes play devil's advocate during arguments. That makes it seem like you're preferring one side, and it makes it so much worse.
Yeah, you got me like aggravated.
Like, let me-
I was just like, the fuck are you doing here being a
wait.
peanut
In
gallery?
that situation, it's like, wait, this is blowing up in like a stupid way of trying to explain like very do confirm because you feel like you don't understand. In
Okay,
that
okay.
situation, like, Jahi,
Let me put it like this time.
okay,
You like I had to do this I had to do this like a couple weeks ago with Isaac and JJ. They were fighting about something stupid, and they weren't. And the reason why they were fighting about something stupid is because they were building shit up against each other. And I was like, okay, let me explain what they were saying. Let me explain how long it's been.
and I
Let me
did
ex-
it badly.
Yeah, like you weren't explaining their points. You were reaffirming their points,
Okay, yeah.
making the argument worse.
No, I was trying. Yeah, yeah. That's what I was trying to do. What? Here's the thing. They're not.
You were trying to be the devil's advocate when there should have been a mediator.
I'll try to be a mediator, but I just didn't valid.
Yeah,
Did a
Here's
bad
my thing.
job at it. Yeah.
yeah,
He's
you were the
about to
devil's
be
advocate.
like
Here's
Yeah.
my thing. Here's my thing. When I saw the argument, both of you was volatile for seemingly like no reason.
Yo.
No,
You
he
know
was
what?
on the attack the whole time. I wasn't.
No,
I
Jahi
only
was
said
on the
one
attack.
thing.
Nah, Jahi was on the attack because you know why he was on the attack? Because I said something that was kind of passive aggressive. And you know why I said it was passive aggressive? Because to me, I fucking actually hate this.
Okay.
The fact that people didn't put people didn't put a reef on his shit list, on their shit list after he said, "You want to know why I like Hitler? I thought you guys are my friend, you know? Can you put him on the shit list too? Can you like,
Animal test 6308.
can you acknowledge that this is something that you should never say to a Jew?
Is order.
That's like saying fucking slavery should be legal, you know? It's just something you should not say.
Let's play.
Okay, I don't remember that part. I don't remember that part. But,
It was before Gasper got involved.
okay. If I saw that part, I would be like way less like sympathetic towards Johnny. If I saw that part.
Yeah, like if I saw, like if I was in the moment with Gasper, I would have been on the offensive back at Jahi because I've been like, yo,
But
hold up, I'm not talking shit right now about
also,
Arif.
like,
I'm
adding in
saying
my perspective.
you're the one bringing back up Arif. You're saying that the incest thing is your final straw. I'm saying that your final straw should have been earlier. That's it. I'm not saying that that I like to talk about him or you should have talked about him more with us.
Catch up.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
I was saying that the final straw should have been earlier. He was already a fucking degenerate that nobody likes.
Solidify.
I hope nobody likes him, because if they like him, I have some fucking conversation to have with them.
Okay,
I lost
so
respect for him after that.
Here's what I think like Johnny's looking.
Talk about it,
Every time he-
but
Every time he like
Oh,
gets into
same.
the chat, he uses he like most of the time he gets into the chat, he and I assume
That's why I was trying to advocate talking to him.
yeah, no, like Gasper was making a very good point, but Jahi kept dodging it, saying like, "You're in a bad state, you're in a bad place," and we were, and then everyone was, well, not everyone.
And I'm just like, dude, can we just stop this shit and just start talking, bro?
Yeah.
Like, I'm on
My-
Discord, can we just start
my
talking for like
thing-
5
yeah.
minutes? You're in here screaming at me 10 minutes straight, telling me that I'm a bully. Bro, shut the
Yeah.
fuck up. Come in here for 5 minutes because you do have time. You're screaming at me the whole fucking time telling me I'm wrong. You're not listening to me. And then you said that I'm not listening. Bro, we're not listening to each other. All I'm
And
trying
you
to
know
say is
what?
that I will listen to you when we were talking.
And you know what? He does a kind of annoying thing in Fighting Dreamer chats where he does a voice chat thing. And I'm like, wait, stop, wait, just go on Discord. Like him and like Jason when they talk to each other, just use
I
the
just
voice
think that
clip.
like he does that because his friends does that,
No,
or he doesn't
I
have any
understand.
time. Like who in honesty watches this fucking podcast? Not gonna lie.
I mean, I'll watch it from time.
I was gonna watch it, but the reason why I stopped watching it was I've watched the first episode, saw that like Maurice and Jason gave him criticism. Watched the second episode, none of the criticism was addressed, so I said, okay, you were just advertising. I don't care about that. If you want to advertise. Be honest about it.
Right. But here's my thing with like our reef was like this. I kind of like tried to something like well, I tried to. I wasn't successful. It's like I don't like the guy at all. And when people rip him, I'm like, okay, cool. The way I treat people I don't like is like, you're just out of my life. Just say, that's it.
Yeah, I don't know why you're just like sticking your dick into this nigga and just like saying I love you. It's like, no, dude, just leave it alone.
But
Let me put it like this.
speaking of it,
Let me put it like this: if we were fucking attacking him and being in person and like bullying him, then yes, talk shit about us. We're being people who are not good.
We're being pieces of shit.
But the thing is, not interacting with someone. Yes, it is a form of bullying, but it's also like my fucking choice if I interact with someone. You know, especially if they say something like, "Want to know why I like Hitler?" You know, that's definitely my choice.
Yeah.
So I stopped interacting with him. And for Jahi to call both Gasper and me a bully for something like that, it gets me tight because
Here we go. Animal test 63%.
what are we doing?
My main stance on that argument was that, like, Jasper and the rest of them are not bullies, but the joke is that. That's all I was trying to do.
No, you know who makes the joke fucking dry and does it over and over? Richie and Kimmy.
I agree.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I use a Reef as an example. Like if we come across someone who I don't feel comfortable with, and then they do like something that a Reef did, I'd be like, that's just what a Reef did, you know? That's how I use people. I use people as examples. Like if like I was trying to explain to my friend like how there's a lot of gay guys who have crushed on me and how they have been overly aggressive every single time. I use Carlos as an example.
I don't understand that. That doesn't make any sense.
It's very annoying. It's like I'm a guy. I don't understand being super aggressive about flirting. I don't get it at all.
Gay guys specifically. That's my question.
You know the story that JJ has where like one guy from the music club found his fucking number through like a sheet that was going around.
What?
And then fucking text messaged him.
What?
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Use that example. Use creeps and bad behavior as examples. But when I say like I don't wanna ever experience a Carlos again, it's not that I don't want to ever experience Carlos. I don't really care about him. I just don't want to talk to him. He made me uncomfortable, and I'm done. You know.
And also,
But if I see Carlos, I'm not gonna go be like, oh, Carlos, ugly
Oh no!
man.
A gay! Get away from me!
Exactly.
yeah. Also, one of the things that like we were talking about Jahi, right? Where I felt like he called us a bully. That Seymour, you told me about this. Basically, where you said that like we were wolves, kind of like that. We were just like hunting people down.
Solidify.
Yeah, we were
Who
savages.
do you,
Okay.
who do you hunt down?
We were making fun of Evelina because we called her ugly and stuff like that. We started making fun of her. But okay, at this point in time, Jahi already like talked to her and kind of like made a quote unquote
We were getting super fucking frustrated because Jahi kept saying stuff like, maybe I should talk to her again.
Yeah.
And we're like, no, she's coming back to you after doing toxic behavior. Say no.
It's like, no, but you, like, from all the stories that you made, like, you framed her as, like, the villain. So someone,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, okay. Yeah, she framed her as the villain, right? And then after that middle ground, he talked to her without even talking to us afterwards. So we still think that she's the villain, right? Or we're making fun of her. And then he's like, yo, guys, stop. Yo, why are you guys always doing this, man? Like, I told you guys that we're cool. Wait, you never fucking told us this, you know? We were in the chat. You never you never told us in the chat that you fucking, like, set this shit up. You never told us about this shit. It's either you fucking be quiet about this shit the whole fucking time, or you tell us about this, because we're your friends. I don't know, man. After that,
Yeah.
Like I said, I do like Johnny.
I lost respect for him.
But, like, I think...
I just want my date. I just want my date, and that's it. Fuck off.
Steady as stone.
You
I
just
think
pay
we
for my
should-
stuff.
I think we should be, like, more... I think, not even we. I think I should, like,
Solidify.
Assertive.
assertive for, like, both sides of Because,
Eh.
I do agree.
Dang. I'm on the opinion that he does not take criticism well at all. He laughs it off. So I don't really care. Like
Yeah, he doesn't listen. Yeah.
like the reason the worst thing I said about any of these people, by the way, right? Any of these people are Reef, Carlos, and Evelina, right? The worst thing I said was, after like an hour of Jahi being nice and like saying like nice things, I said, this sounds toxic as fuck. If you think it's toxic as, if you don't think it's toxic as fuck, maybe I'm fucking delusional. And it was like an hour of this back and forth, and I realized, wait a minute, Evelina's the girl with the big ass forehead, right? Dude, she's not only ugly in personality, she's ugly in general. Shut the fuck up. I was so tired. I was coming home from New Jersey from my fucking grandma. You know, my grandma who's not in the fucking best of state of mind, you know? And he was talking about this Evelina girl for a straight fucking hour.
Solidify.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I heard
Order
about
guide you.
you now.
Think you can get away?
Why? I mean, she doesn't seem like a mean person, but okay.
Legitimately, this is as I'm gonna say something super fucking vain, because this is my genuine opinion of the club as soon as I came in. I came into the room as the anime club, thought to myself, there's gonna be a lot of ugly people. There's gonna be a lot of ugly people. Came in, was very pleasantly surprised. I was like, yeah, there's actually a lot of pretty people here.
Yeah. You saw me like, oh, I'm not an ugly person. There might be hope.
No, I saw. Well, I didn't see anyone in specific. I just felt like that's a general like group of people who look good. Because like my friends were like talking shit about their anime club, saying that they were a bunch of fat asses and ugly. I'm like,
Well, like,
damn, that
you're
sucks.
expecting people with like bad hygiene.
Yeah, I'm expecting people with bad hygiene because I'm not a big fan of social clubs like this, like anime,
You're only
K-pop.
partly right. You're partly right.
I was partly right when I started.
My
digging
K-pop
deeper.
felt like much more worse from what I heard from stories.
Yeah,
Our
like
K-pop group.
when I've heard a few stories, but yeah, like on the surface, but let me put it like this: on the dirt, like when I was going deeper, then yes, I started uncovering people who were not very good and not very hygienic. But on the surface level, everyone looked pretty nice. Everyone looked pretty decent. Everyone looked pretty nice.
I'm trying to remember who was like not.
But in the but when we were doing the cosplay like it was a cosplay thing, right? That was the one I showed up to.
Yeah.
Everyone was like having fun and like super happy. And then Evelina walked up on stage, and I'm like, oh shit, I was wrong. Oh shit, I was wrong. I am 100% mean for this. But goddamn, man. God damn.
Okay, listen. You can't help who you're trying to do. As long as you're not mean to her about it,
Solidify.
I guess.
I definitely wasn't. She stopped showing up like 3 weeks after I joined.
And then she started hanging out with Jahi.
You can get away?
Actually, no. Surprisingly, yeah, like, the second week I joined, Jahi was like standing outside the club room really sad about something. And I asked like, you guys know what's going on with Jahi? And then he's like on his phone. And then they're like, oh, his girlfriend's causing him issues. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Actually, now I'm looking back, it's kind of fucking patronizing. But I'm like, yo, don't worry, Jahi, it's all good, man. And I patted him on the shoulder and he's like, yeah, thanks, I'm just not gonna come to the club today. I'm like, that's, you do you, man.
This is like the winter semester 2019.
Yeah. That's why I joined.
Well, I wasn't there. I wasn't there half the time.
Mhm.
So I couldn't even like address it like that. Fuck.
Yeah, I was on the speedrun path to make friends.
Yeah, I don't know how we became friends. That doesn't make any sense. Especially during that time.
Yeah, it was the funniest thing about, like, it was the funniest thing. I thought, like, I went to the hangout in Manhattan, right? And JJ was doing the nice thing and talking to the new kid. And I was like, don't talk to me for pity. I thought that out of my head. I was like, I'm enjoying the conversation, but please don't be pitying me.
Yeah.
And then,
I'm not gonna lie. This sounds really bad, but like most of like the friendships I made here, I don't remember how it started. I don't. Some of them I don't remember how we met. I just like, oh, you're in my life now. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's more about key moments for me. I don't really give a shit about the meeting.
Yeah,
the first
like
one.
every time like Johnny
Mhm.
mentions how we met, not Johnny. Anytime Isaac mentions like how we met, it's like, oh yeah, you were those guys at the booth when you signed up. But I'm like, you didn't register to me until like we started like talking. Like it's like okay, it's not really anime, but like everyone is a blank face, and you're only like a full person when you start talking. That's what it is.
That is so anime.
Yeah, that's literally how. This is literally how.
I just wormed my way into fucking places. Like,
Yeah, no, you just showed like to me, like you just showed up. I'm like, okay, you're cool.
yeah. And I think I started liking Gasper, Richie, and Kimmy when I wormed my way into going to ramen with them.
Yeah, I agree.
But before that,
Oh,
Bye,
I
Sid.
think
you guys were chill at Castle Point. You guys were really chill to me, and I was kind of confused why. Because you guys were just like chilling in the corner drinking root beer. And I'm like, nah, I want to go see the sights, honestly. And this is like my first con in a while.
yeah,
Yeah, I've
but
already been to like 2 cons already, and Castle Point was like very, very small. So I let like Isaac through, and then I got paranoid.
you know what?
Worst thing ever.
I think I remember
Like,
when.
yeah, give me that shit for a second. Hold up,
Yeah, I think I
let me
remember.
buy this for a sec. Yeah. Cause they had like the fucking security around there. I was like, why? What? How? They found me already? Fuck. That's what I was thinking.
But still, I think I remember when like and that's when me and JJ went to his house. We there. I was like, oh, okay. And then we started talking about like personal stuff. You was like taking it pretty well. Like you're a guy who can be trusted. Okay, we're friends now. And me and Gasper, I
That
don't
took
know when we got
that took
cool.
a slow burn. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's a pretty slow burn, but we never like disliked each.
Mm. I just kept my eye on you.
Yeah, it's just like through memes we just bonded.
Get my eye on you.
That is
No, you just came in with like random jokes. So I was like, okay, cool.
yeah. It do be me like that though.
That was fine though, because you're a cool friend.
No, I'm the opposite.
Okay.
I'm hot.
I remember when we went to get ramen, right?
Hmm.
With Kimmy. Like, at this point in my head already, I was like, nah, I'm not gonna be interested in like, Kimmy, obviously. Like my brain just did not register that. And then she brought up her boyfriend like randomly during like the ramen conversation, and I'm like, is she trying to like hint to not hit on her?
Right.
And then she's like, oh yeah, my boyfriend's black, and I'm like, yo, chocolate ice cream. And guys were like, chocolate ice cream, and I fucking was dying. We were dying at the table, and she was like, no, you can't be saying that.
Racism.
That was so funny. And then I realized to myself, when we went to this ramen the second time, which was not that far off, I think it was like 2 weeks after, 3 weeks after,
Yeah.
that, oh, it's because Richie's interested in her, and she's kind of interested in Richie.
This is order.
Yeah. Fuck Richie. Not gonna lie for like discrediting me. Not gonna lie.
I will say this right now. Like,
Think you can get
I
away?
always like
Here we
registered
go.
him as like the mom.
Animal test 63
Because that's basically what she is.
And Seymour, what you told me about her, not gonna lie, did change a lot of like what my perception is of her. Like
Yeah.
She likes a lot of orderliness in place. If nothing goes orderly, then she gets paranoid. Oh shit,
Yeah.
hella fucking paranoid. And I was just like, you know what? What am I like getting angry for? Like every single time she just like overreacts to a dumb joke of mine. And
I
Timothy
probably have
just
that
like,
armor, bro.
Yeah, she's basically just getting confused at the chaotic nature of our jokes.
yeah.
Actually,
And I love the
her,
chaos.
her and Charlie kind of have that in common.
Time for
Well,
takeoff.
Charlie is not like with like jokes.
Swirl, Mark 2.
It's not like I have paranoid, but she just started like questions as well. That's why
Stabilize.
I actually want to mention it like just like that.
I mean, recently when she's in the chat, I feel like she just asks like the stupidest obvious questions sometimes. I'm just like, wait, you really need to ask this question?
Animal
Is this a
hyperspace.
reaffirmation? I mean, I do that too, but I'm just like,
We'll have order.
really? I genuinely don't know.
I think it depends on her mood too. Cause that chocolate ice cream jokes, it went over really well. She was just like, no. That's it.
Well, like
Now I'm remembering it.
she's
Yeah.
fairly wholesome and like PG-13 with our humor. So when we go like super
Sure.
like off the walls, it's like, of course, I think of course
Oh,
she
shit.
see that.
But yeah, that was just something I noticed a while back. I was like, oh, so that's why she mentioned the boyfriend thing, because of Richie, not because of me. Okay.
Yeah. And I kind of knew, cause I was between the I was the third nigga in that covert mission. I was like slithering, you know.
Dude, it was obvious as fuck, number one, but I did second guess myself when Richie brought over his like friend from like Boston. Remember that girl?
Time for takeoff. Here we go.
Oh yeah.
Enhanced animal
And then I asked him, "You trying to smash?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh yeah, because Kimmy has a boyfriend, right?" Ah, so you're going for your second pick.
Yo, what the fuck, Cid?
Brace yourself. Think you can get away.
I think I remember you saying that shit.
Yeah, Richie has like such a like good taste in women. Because like at first it was like fucking Judy. Like what? And then it's like and then it went to Kim, like this is such a huge upgrade. Why did you even go to Judy in the first place? I don't
Well, because
I mean-
guess again, Kimmy had a boyfriend.
I mean, let me tell you something at least.
like,
I'm gonna present an argument against that, by the way, Taj.
better.
Let's play.
I'm gonna present an argument against that at least.
Animal
I feel like all of the guys, from what I heard from the stories, Jeremy, Dan, Richie, like, I felt like a lot of people also went for Judy. I was like, damn, this Judy person might be a fucking bitch. Or has the
here's the
thickest
thing.
fucking juicy pussy, bro. I don't know.
Okay, listen, I heard stories that's not. But still,
Time for takeoff.
I don't know, Judy, but honestly, when I was getting told the stories, I was like, damn, anime club is incestuous.
no. Here's the
Yo, every fucking opportunity in a relationship, people go for it. It made me fucking more self-conscious when I liked Melody. I was like, yo,
Let's play.
is everyone just like here to make fucking relationships? This is fucking gross.
Okay, here's the Judy from like a far too fun. So it's like when you like get to know where you're like, that's why I have to be
Brace
like,
yourself.
oh, this is okay. It just looks too bad too. Then I talked to her, I was like, okay, no.
But she had like
I'll
daddy
be friendly
problems.
with her.
Yo, who was the one who brought up the fact that she posted on QD first? And like framed everyone as the bad guy?
Richie.
Was it Richie?
You
It was in the
should
T. It was in the no. It was in the T chat, right? Basically, she went on QD first and talked shit about everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone,
have-
and she
Wait,
like
really?
tried to frame it like she was the victim, and everyone in the comments was like, "Lol, you're such fucking like, you're baiting for attention here." And I thought it was hilarious.
some
Wait,
people-
really? She was talking shit about everyone? Fuck, I actually
Yeah.
didn't know that.
She went to Richie. She said that something about Dan, a very small comment, but something about Dan. Then she mentioned the people from the K-pop club. I don't know them personally. but apparently went around like the entire K-pop club and just talked shit about everyone. And then at the end of it, she's just like, "I want friends." And I'm like, damn.
Yeah, sometimes the toxic person is yourself and you don't even realize it. Jai,
Yeah, maybe you burned a little too many bridges, Judy.
Step 1, take a shower. Step 2.
burn more bridges.
Burn more bridges.
Step 1, to make a girlfriend. 1, step 2, don't be
Burn
clingy.
all the bridges.
And look, I would love a girlfriend, you know? Girlfriends are nice, you know? They're cool.
Yeah, girls are nice.
Girls are nice. Talking with girls and fucking feeling, you know? It's upset.
I don't know how
here's-
you guys
okay,
do that, to be honest.
Seymour, here's why. We're young, nerdy, and horny, and some of us are not. That's it.
Yeah, that's
This is what I
honestly
get.
what I'm trying to say. I mean, that's honestly what I'm thinking as well.
Oh,
I
okay.
agree with Taj.
You know what?
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. I was not thinking about that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I like to think of things in my perspective, and I'm not very horny.
Oh, by the way, Taj,
Like, I don't do that
you
as
said,
a meme.
right?
I'm genuinely
here's the
not that
thing.
horny.
I'm horny, but I'm like, I know how to keep to myself. Fairly well.
Wait, Taj, I remember you saying one thing. I'm just gonna like pop it off because we were talking about not Judy, Evelina during that time. You told me that like she's like well equivalent of like understanding because she's an adult. But I feel like we all make mistakes, and I hate that like saying even though you fully know what you're thinking, I feel like it's also a conundrum whenever people just say, "Oh yeah, like when you're an adult, you don't know really what you're fucking doing," you know? I'm
Nah.
just like.
No, but here's the thing. When she's like 20,
I'm just like, man,
so
like, do we know what we're
well,
doing or do we not know what we're doing? I feel like even
no,
though
but
we're
like
like,
you have like enough of ability to like weigh your options at that point in life. It's like, okay,
to bring back this
should,
man whore,
yeah,
to
like
use
you
your
should
pussy
be
and think
able.
that you can change that guy.
I don't know. It's
That's
not.
on her. That's on her.
Yeah, to be honest, it's not. There's no reason to excuse someone for saying something like that. There's no reason to excuse someone for trying to come back.
It's fine.
There's no reason to excuse anyone. It's not your deal. No crimes were committed. There's no issues. You're fine.
Yeah.
Honestly, the fact that we're disinvolved shows like Johnny's already gotten us disinvolved. So if he's gonna be mad about how involved we are, that's on him because he got us disinvolved, you know?
Yeah,
Probably
yeah,
should have shut the fuck up about it, or like be very big about it.
Or do it privately, you know?
yeah. But he couldn't get his mouth shut because he said he got some pussy, and that's how we got in. Literally, that's how we got in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he said he fucked her, I was like, all right, you stuck your dick in crazy. Just fucking acknowledge that. And he
And he
wouldn't.
was, yeah.
He was
he would
like,
not.
it was some good pussy though, or some
Yeah,
good coochie,
yeah,
bro.
no, Taj. He kept repeating the shit over and over again. He's like, damn, Evelina was like crazy, but that was some good pussy, man. That was like mac and
I'm
cheese. I was
sorry.
like,
Okay.
shut your ass up,
Here's
bro.
yeah. No. Here's my issue about like talking about sexual conquest is like, don't brag about it to people who just don't want to. If you have like friends who are you're comfortable talking about chess stuff with, then sure. But don't like go into like an open chat that other people are in. You know, like, like who have very opinions and views about how sex handled and just talk about it. Why?
Solidify.
You know,
Mhm.
it's very
I
like
agree.
Orders
irresponsible.
guide you.
Especially to the person that you're talking to.
Definitely. Especially if like I fucking know who she is now.
Yahoo!
Exactly. If I know who she is, I found out. But that's weird because like I don't want to like change my opinion on her, but like I know something that I shouldn't. And it feels
Yeah, let me put it this way. Because Jockey talked about it for like 4 fucking hours. Before, like 1 hour on the train to head home from New Jersey. That gave me enough time to connect the dots in my head and be like, that's Evelina? You fucking wasted my time with this and I didn't even know who she was? And now I do, and now I don't want to hear about it because I don't give a shit. Because she doesn't even show up.
I was only involved because I wanted Joy to realize what he did and just fucking stop. He didn't stop. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
by himself.
Yeah, because that pussy was so good, dude. That pussy was fucking raw, man. It gave me the happiest time of my life. It made
For
me
5
see,
minutes. For 2 minutes. For okay, 2 seconds. I lasted 2 seconds.
it made me see Jesus, bro. Made me see Jesus.
I love Jesus, bro.
Honestly, seeing his face got me that final push I needed.
Then
I don't know, the way he was phrasing it was so fucking lame. It was lame. There's no other way to put it. Like it was like everything else we've talked about, it was actual like conflict, but the way he did that was so lame. Like, oh, it's not just bragging. It's worse than saying, yo, fuck my ex. Come on, like fuck my ex. You moved on from your ex, so saying fuck my ex, that's fine, bro. You're just saying that. But then saying, damn, my ex sucked, but that pussy fire though. I feel like that's way worse. I feel like that's more disrespectful.
And he's like, yo, guys, stop being disrespectful, guys, stop, come on, stop calling her ugly. Like, bro,
Yo,
if you get the dip in that fucking thing, we get the dip there too, bro.
exactly. If you're gonna give us a detailed fucking like diagram of her vagina with the amount of stories you've said, we're gonna say some shit, bro.
Exactly,
okay,
bro.
Johnny didn't go that far. He just said the sex worker.
No, but we're exaggerating it, but you get it, right? Like,
He said he did say a little bit more details than just the sex was good, but it wasn't like anything insane. It was like, oh, she's crazy in bed, she bit a little, something like that.
Wait, what? I don't remember that.
yeah, don't
worry.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, it was in the teacher. Don't worry about that.
You can just search if you want.
Actually,
Stabilize.
was it in the teacher or did he tell me in person? Man, I'm fucking blanking. So much things happened.
Hey, wasn't there like another guy who created like another group chat talking about sex life? What was this?
Richie.
Like what?
Richie.
Yeah, Richie.
Richie made the boys group chat.
He made the boys group chat to say that, like, yo, I fucked Kimmy, bro.
Yeah, he was just giving us like fucking reports, and we're like, Richie, stop. Which you were good.
That's gross.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it was not good.
Look, I'm proud that you finally lost your retard.
We
I don't want to know anything else.
No, exactly. We literally we had one conversation, me, Gasper, and Richie, as we were walking to Aaron's holiday party, right? And we had one conversation, and he's like, I feel sometimes, you know, inferior. I don't feel like I satisfy Kimmy. I'm like, alright, then look up tutorials on how to do cunnilingus. There you go, fam. Go have fun. And then after that, he made a group chat. Like, I like talking about like the nitty gritty with you guys. And I'm like, okay. I wonder what you're gonna say in here. And he just basically reported. And I was just like, that's not good.
Wait, he basically reported what?
Reported whenever he finished tapping.
I think the responsible thing to say is, look, I'm proud of you. I'm glad that your relationship with Kimmy is going well.
I mean, to be proud of him having sex.
Yeah. Listen, he's a virgin, now he's not a virgin. It's great.
I don't need to be proud of that. I don't give a shit. It's not my problem.
No, but here's the thing. But I know Kimmy fairly well. I don't want to know about the conflict. It's really weird.
It is very weird.
Who wouldn't say it wouldn't be weird, to be honest with you guys?
Richie wouldn't say. Richie would say it's not weird.
He wouldn't say that would be weird, but if he was in my shoes, he wouldn't care.
Yeah.
If I was in his shoes, he wouldn't care.
Yeah, he would just ignore the messages instead.
Yeah, if I was saying the shit that he said.
Mm-hmm.
He would just say nice and that's it.
Like, if I were to get a girlfriend, I'll just shut the fuck up right now. That's it.
Nah, bro, dude, come on, live stream it. Come on, dude. Twitch stream it. We need to understand, bro.
We we need a picture of the labia minoris.
We need the detailed report.
Yo, we need more light in here.
We're getting a whole professional camera crew for you.
I'll give you my lighting set, bro. Don't worry.
What?
Think you can get away?
Your girlfriend will love it.
Stand clear.
Just like, babe, what you got in here for? Shut up,
What?
bitch. You love me.
So you're just into fat bastard? I understand. What the fuck?
Order guide you.
Like that's what you're getting.
Nah, dude.
Like,
Brace
I'm here for the report card. I'm not here for anything else.
report card for what? You're so.
I want to know what's going on down there.
You don't even sense, my guy.
Dude, I just need you to be a lifeguard in my fucking bathtub, bro.
Bathtub.
Come on, please.
Please, dude. You gotta make sure we're saved, and then also make sure that you make the report. You know,
Brace yourselves.
so you don't get sued later for malpractice.
What?
I will have
For malpractice.
Yeah, malpractice.
What? Making super heavy bad thing.
Well, I'll do it right now.
Enhanced animal module absorption test.
Hey
I'll
yo,
show you.
Yo, man.
hey yo, are we looping back around?
solidified.
Are we looping back around? You can't be sued for bad sex. Oh shit, he raped me. Am I looping back around?
Stop. No, I was just thinking like, yo, prostitution's legal. You go to a prostitute, take the sex is bad.
I want a refund. Hey, I mean, you paid for what you got, you know? As long as it's still sex, you paid for it.
But if it's non-satisfactory, I want my money back.
I don't think there's gonna be refund policies on prostitution anytime soon.
Yeah, can I have refunds on my sex, bro?
That's like saying, bro, damn.
The only reason why I wanted it legalized so when I had like pick up bad sex and get my refunds. What's the point of
Hey.
me fighting for it?
Yeah, you know how like sometimes people like put toothpicks in their food? Like a prostitute, they just put a toothpick in her vagina, like, sir?
That reminds me of the meme that's like when your credit card gets declined.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, do you know there's like actually like anti-rape tech where like they put like fucking bears like serrated like shit in their vagina?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking extreme. At the same time, you better hope he dies from blood loss fast, because he is inside you and is close to you. You might die. You might die with him.
I assume that no, but I feel like the shock of like getting your dick stabbed is like enough for you to like.
It's enough to wound you, but you might not die fast enough. You know, you'll have a minute or so of consciousness, and in that minute or so, you could choke the fuck out of her.
No. I mean like, I assume that's for like, if he's doing it to linger away.
Now,
So like if
yeah.
yeah,
I mean, wait.
that's not.
How the hell? I'm confused.
No. Okay, so there's a lot of rape where. I'm talking like as if I'm I assume those are for like if he's trying to like force himself on you. That's why I assume those things are for.
I mean, to be honest, I respect the idea, but at the same time,
I decline.
no, it's not even I decline. It's more like if somebody's gonna rape someone, it's not that far off to say they would murder them too.
And also, like, I feel like a knife or like pepper spray more effective than that.
No. And I'll say something that sounds really stupid, but like a fucking life alert in the vagina that like notifies the authorities. I feel like that would be more effective.
I get that, but like you're also assuming they'll come on time.
They probably won't. But then you can sue the police. I mean, that's
This is
not.
real
That's
life.
not. Yeah,
If you're
that's true.
dead.
That's true. You know what? Yeah, that does come back to my earlier point.
This goes on to mine. More effective to just have like a fucking knife or like pepper spray or fuck a gun if you're legal.
Rise.
I mean, I know some people. I know some people have knives in their like vagina knives, vagina guns.
What?
Cyberpunk
Not-
2077.
No, not in their fucking vagina. Like, okay, they have like these types of pistols that will fit seamlessly into your like panties. So if somebody's like ripping off your pants, you can pull out like the tiny gun.
Or they can just grab your gun.
Well,
Every journey has.
okay. Let's say there's a moment between them pulling down your pants and then them having the wherewithal to realize, oh shit, there's a gun in your fucking panties. You do have a second or two
Solidify.
Yeah,
to react.
that's possible. Yeah, that's possible. I feel like it would probably be more effective if you just kept it like a, you know how like your jacket has like side pockets and stuff shit like that.
Yeah.
Like if they're wearing a coat, they'll just do that. You know, like pull it out.
Okay.
Especially the
The reason why it's in the reason why it's in the panties is because if it's on the legs, it's too obvious. Like if there's a strap on the legs, it's fucking obvious. So in the panties, there's a little bit more leeway where like you can have like larger cotton panties, and it will hide the gun pretty well.
I guess, but okay. Why are we talking about anti-rape tech now?
Why are we talking about
I
it?
see more.
Oh shit. I put a toothpick in a prostitute's vagina to get free.
Stabilize.
See more freak on God.
Yo, I could just see the next anime.
Absorption test.
My childhood friend is a prostitute?
Enhanced animal module. Think you can get away?
Oh, hold up.
Here we go.
That's a Reese's favorite show. Oh wait, I'm not supposed to say that.
You're not supposed to say that, bro. I believe.
I'm bullying people.
Brace
Bully.
yourself. Stand clear.
No,
Sorry,
I'll
dude.
let this pass for now.
I'll let this pass. I'll put a toothpick in it.
My
Stabilize.
penis is too square.
2 square for a toothpick. What? You're fucking like Minecraft Steve.
Probably.
But yeah, I'm not a really big fan of the sex talk, but I'm also a really big fan of sex jokes. So I'm in a weird spot.
That's fine.
Sex jokes are funny. I love making jokes that I'm gonna fuck Gasper in his ass.
Freaking man.
Oh, those were
I
jokes?
had to hesitate there.
Stabilize.
Shit.
Time for takeoff.
No,
Here we go.
it's like you have the game.
Animal hypostasis animal test 60% cleared. Absorption test.
I will have order.
She's more willing to meme about it, but like, I guess I probably would
Stabilize.
Yeah, I'm not trouble with it. I don't care about that stuff. Don't talk to me about your fucking sex conquest. I'll give you advice, but like it'll be personal advice. Like I told Richie, don't watch cunnilingus videos. Do some research, you know. There are sex help videos out there. I don't know why, but you know there are.
Are plenty.
I mean, not just that. There's people who lose the spark in their marriage and they go to fucking sex help guides or like sex counselors. You know, it's very fucking interesting.
Stabilize.
Or the people who, I don't know, maybe that was a small dick and it's real conversation.
Steady as stone.
Maybe. I don't know. If you lose the spark in your relationship, that sucks.
It's up to you to fix it.
Yeah.
Buddy.
No, I mean, it's not up to you. Do whatever you want, you know?
Yeah, it's either you fix it or you don't.
Yeah. But if your relationship dies because the sex is not good anymore, that sucks, dude. You did not have a good relationship to begin with.
Well, no, I do think that sex is like a pretty like big part of it.
It's a big part, but it's also like you've been with each other for what, like 10 years, and now that sex is still the 50% of it. That's just bad. I think that's just
I wouldn't
bad.
say it's 50. I don't think sex should be like 50%.
If
I
it
still think it's.
if it's enough
It's
to
like
break a relationship, it's 50%.
I think it's like a good 30 to 35%.
Think you can get away?
Like
Squirrel,
if that's not happening, then like a
stand clear.
big chunk of the
Absorption
relationship is
test.
gone.
I will have order.
I mean, yeah, no,
That's the problem.
I've said this to my friend before.
Some way.
I've said this to my friend before.
Time for takeoff.
I respect anyone who doesn't have sex before marriage. That I respect, bro. I respect it. But I also say to myself, man, you have to really be focused on other things. If you're thinking that the sex is gonna be really good after marriage, you're gonna just hype yourself up and just ruin it. And you're just not gonna do all that respect I had for you is just gonna be out the window.
Order guide you.
Closeted.
Yeah.
Brace yourself.
If you're just a closeted pervert. If you already know your fucking boundaries, know what you want, and like,
No stone unturned.
I feel like that's better than just to say, I don't want any of it.
Yahoo!
And then when it happens, you're like, I want a bunch of it.
I don't need it.
I don't need it. I don't need it.
I need it.
But yeah,
Yeah. Like,
I'm just happy that
but I will say I don't think like okay, so if a couple doesn't have sex that much, I don't think this sex is like a nod. It's like something. It's not me.
Solidify.
I don't know. I've noticed a lot of people say their spark is gone in their relationship. They mean the sex
Here we
is
go.
it's fine.
Animal module
Yeah, but I think there's like
I hate that
it's not
fucking thing.
no, but like yeah, the sex is gone, but there's also something deeper there.
Let's play.
Sex is perfectly good.
Yo, probably.
Away.
Yo,
That's what I'm
probably.
thinking.
Brace yourself.
It's not just sex, it's also something deeper than can't address.
Yo, probably, but
Go.
how much is the personality really gonna fucking matter in like stuff like that? Like,
Clear.
damn, you were mean to my mother.
Takeoff.
I can no longer have sex with you.
Solidify.
It is over.
Okay, this.
Yahoo!
Oh shit, dude. Can't believe you turned that on me. First off, I'm Sigmund Freud, okay?
That's worse.
Brace yourself.
Even better.
Stand clear.
I don't know, Oedipus is worse because you also killed your dad.
Yeah, but like he made it into like okay. How's this? He made it into like a fucking science. Like Freud made it into science. Like Oedipus was just like.
By the way, a very commonly disputed and refuted science, by the way, the Freud.
Oh, I know.
A lot of things
Freud
Freud
is
said.
Freud is bullshit.
Freud said some good things, but a lot of it's been rewritten, so if you take Freud as a fucking 100% dictionary, you are basically
Freud was like one of the
anti-science.
first people. Okay, Freud is only appreciated because he's one of like the first like modern psychologists who tried.
Solidify.
He wasn't right, but he put some people on track to being right.
Yeah. Yeah, he was the basis, you know. He wasn't the foundation, he was the basis.
Yeah. Same with like Jung.
He was a
Jung.
clown, not the whole cunt.
They're not right, but like they put people on track.
Bro. I may be a clown, but you're my whole circus.
I'm going to sleep.
What? You're not into clown sex?
I'm going to sleep.
Come on, Taj, you're into monster girls but not clowns?
No, this is Garrett.
Hey, I'll
That's
have you
not-
know. I'll have you know, monster girls are really adorable.
Thank you.
I'll have you know, clowns Exactly, Hong Kong. Imagine a clown orgy. Imagine the sounds they would be making. Come on, guys.
Don't listen.
Most stabilized Pennywise is what I'm gonna say.
I don't want to fuck Harley Quinn. Get the out.
Yo, but I mean.
Listen, I've always said this. Harley Quinn is the least attractive when she leads more into the clown.
Let's play. Absorption test. Stand clear.
And Poison Ivy is the most attractive when she's fucking green.
Yeah. Poison Ivy is basically a mom girl.
Hey yo. Is that where it started, Taj? Were you the person who's like, damn, Poison Ivy over Harley Quinn?
No, it started with the cat girl from Beyblade, and then it went down.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh my god, why is this a story I've heard multiple times?
Wait, what?
Stabilize.
Wait, what cat
Fucking-
girl?
The cat girl from Beyblade?
Fucking Malik said that too.
Okay, there was a cat.
How did she look like?
There's a character from Beyblade that was like pink hair, had cat ears. I was like, oh, wait, oh no.
Oh no. It's happening.
Hey yo, when I was
Starting.
a child, I crushed on literally not a single fucking character, and I can't fucking.
No, there's two catalysts that ruined my life forever. Marie Kinker and the cat girl.
Oh fuck.
Kanker.
The blue hair Kinker and the cat girl. Like, oh no. God damn it.
Hey yo. Hey yo.
I'm gonna tell you right now,
don't know
Mr.
what to
Taj,
say.
you have a condition.
Taj likes getting stepped on.
I
That's
don't know
fair
what to
assessment.
say.
Wait, what is this cat girl from Beyblade? How did she look
Interested, Gasper. What was your childhood crush? Fictional, not real.
I don't remember.
Do you think you had one? Because I didn't have
I
one.
definitely had one.
I searched high and low and I couldn't find one.
I just think these girls were very pretty most of the time.
It's her. No. The worst side! It keeps on happening! I don't understand how!
God.
Holy shit.
Hell, Taj.
Damn, it's just like, is she cute or pretty or not? Not dang, what would you do?
You
Let me tell you what I want to do.
you go to horny
hold her hand.
jail forever.
I just want to hold her hand. Taj wants to do the mating dance.
But if you close
Amazing.
your eyes...
Bad, Taj. Bad.
How does this keep happening?
Yo.
Like, you just show up!
Yeah.
Taj,
That's
I've
the
been
worst
here.
possible.
Taj, you know the Twitter Cotton 4K? You're
Yeah.
in the front page, bro.
No! Just like... Jonathan just shows up!
I've
No,
been
never mind,
here.
Yeah,
What are you
he's
talking about? He
been
wasn't! No, he wasn't!
Yes, I was, Taj.
He was here for-
amount of time.
And he said nothing?
I didn't
No, he
want
said
to
a couple
interrupt
things.
your
He said
guys'
hi.
conversations.
He said hi. while
Yeah,
you
he
guys
said
were
a couple of
talking.
things, but we were talking the whole
That's
time.
true.
I agree.
Oh my fucking god. Oh my fucking god.
Dude, this is the biggest L he would.
It's your chat. Colossal L.
Yeah, there's another like Twitter, just like dudes posting their L's, just like Todd, you're in a run, bro.
Damn.
Goddamn, bro.
911. I'm
What's your
calling 'cause
rich-
I'm here to report a murder.
Fucking hate
Subject name Taj. I don't know what your last name is.
Harrison.
Harrison.
Taj, Harry son.
You know who are the people I feel the most bad for, though? The people who had a childhood crush on the girl car from Cars.
Oh, they're broken. They cannot be repaired.
Wait,
The
why?
hell,
They can't
Seymour,
remember.
that's a thing?
Oh yeah.
Wait, who?
Rise.
Unfortunately, yes, Jonathan.
Wait, who?
Gather.
The female car from Cars.
Sally? The Porsche?
Yeah, Sally.
That's a thing?
I don't know how though. Like, there's nothing there. There's nothing there.
Didn't they zoom in on her like rear plate in the movie?
They
Yeah.
did.
That's not human.
They did in fact do
I know,
that.
And then
That's a
McQueen's like,
car.
is that a tattoo? I guess that would be the equivalent of a human
Alright.
having a ass tattoo. I don't know.
Yeah, like I don't know what to say. Those people are unfortunate. I feel bad for them.
Yeah. I'm not defending furries, but at least
What?
there's something. But at least there's something semi-human to it, to where like I understand like the through line.
Nah, Taj is like, I'm not defending furries, but I played Sonic the Hedgehog as a child.
Oh my fucking god.
Now I'm not defending furries, but
No, here's the thing.
snake girls
I
can crush
understand
you.
the through line though. I don't understand how you can like get attracted to a car. I don't.
You see, Taj, when a wheel and an engine love each other very much.
What?
It's funny, Sid.
I'm gonna
There's
stop.
nothing human.
That was funny.
There's nothing
Mr.
human
Taj,
about
Mr.
that.
Taj, Mr. Taj, let me just tell you, you know how I'm obsessed with Star Trek,
Crumble.
right?
I'm really curious how this is gonna go into Cars the movie.
Just hear me out. Right? Let me tell you, there's a thing in there's a thing I don't remember what I think it's called Jujinka, right? Where it's the personification of vehicles or like basically non-human things as humans.
That
Right?
doesn't fucking count.
Yes, it does.
No, Sid. Here's the thing. It's like
What?
if it's like
They're
okay,
just
someone wants to
humans.
fuck like. No, here's the thing.
You're basically turning them
I'm
into
gonna
humans.
I'm gonna go more weird, but it's within the same vein. If
Okay,
someone
be careful
wanted
of
to
what
fuck
you
like
say
a
here because there.
okay, if
there-
someone wanted to fuck an RX-79 Gundam,
Okay.
at least it's humanoid shape.
But it's a
There's
robot.
something there.
Okay, but
Yeah,
it
but it's
doesn't
but
have
it's
a mouth. I would, but it doesn't have a mouth.
It
No,
does
but
have an
it's just
exhaust
a
port.
humanoid shape.
What about the
That's
What
kinda
about the
like-
That's
Noble
a
Gundam?
car.
That one looks legitimate.
No,
that
that's-
almost looks female.
Taj,
Yeah,
why
yeah,
you
that
just-
too.
You're just
But
digging yourself deeper.
But here's the thing. But that's a car. The only like human thing about it is like it's the eyes and a mouth.
Taj, you don't have to specify it. We just say they're weird and we move on. we don't have to even question it. We just say it's weird and we move on, man.
Yeah.
Also,
Sure.
sir,
Hmm.
I put this in the comment field a while back, but there was a guy who made like who has the Mather bait.
I'll get a Sally one, sure.
Sally.
Come on, guys, stop. Cars is one of my favorite. Is one of my younger brother's favorite. Movies.
Alright, fine. We'll move on from Cars. You guys ever see the planes and planes?
Stop.
All going to hell.
Alright.
You know what's the fucking you know what's the funniest
yeah.
thing?
Yahoo! Animal hypostasis
You know what's the funniest thing though? My friend was actually looking up plane hentai.
Okay, don't
Hey,
do
Friends
it
going
like
to
that.
hell.
Unironically.
No, not unironically. He was trying to figure out what it was. And then we discovered it was a Russian immigrant that lives in California, and he's like, "This is too real," and he closed it.
Gather.
You said you could call me out like that.
time for takeoff.
So yeah,
Animal test 60
basically,
Enhanced animal
I've seen it.
Order.
It's fucking weird.
It's really weird. But just so you know, there is an anime called Kisone. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that, but like it's basically
Let's think you can get away.
it's like this military show about a dragon that turns into an airplane that gets its pilot that has its pilot be bored every time they gotta fly.
Oh yeah, I saw that show.
It's really cute actually.
Well,
It's super.
No, but like
boring.
it's not sexual though. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Are you sure?
Nah. They're like
He does
they're like
cell phones.
Yahoo! Animal hypostasis stand clear.
yeah. No, there
Yo,
are
he
like
fucks his cell phone? Jesus, man.
This is a plot.
No, he needs it. He needs the stuff.
God damn.
Absorption
Yo, like, I have a personal attachment with my cell phone, you know? I've seen a lot of porn on it, but
test.
I would never fuck my cell phone.
Here we go.
Why is Taj answering it like it's a serious fucking question?
No, I
He's
just
like, yeah, I have porn on my phone too.
I can't
Time for
agree
takeoff.
with my friend
Animal test
about a
60
topic.
What's the topic?
Order guide you.
The topic is would you fuck your cell phone?
No.
This is not a fucking topic. This is a fucking. This is Seymour's midnight ramblings.
And I can't agree with your rambling.
Animal test 63.
You can, but man, I got testicular torsion,
Can
man.
get away. Yahoo! Enhanced animal mod
I
absorption
can never
test.
win with
I will.
I always have to be like the fucking villain. I don't understand.
Yeah, that's true with Dan too.
Right.
Yeah.
He could never win against me. It's very sad.
God damn it.
In what?
Chess.
Conversing.
Oh,
I want him to win.
but you never allowed him.
I forced him. I forced him to fight.
Yeah, he just needs to be a lot more assertive.
I like having conflicting opinions with Dan.
I've known Dan the longest here. I tried. It's not unless it's like serious.
This pussy gonna try harder.
I only like seen Dan pop off once. That was against Nathan. That's it.
That was the what?
I only heard Dan like get assertive once, and that was like when Nathan started fucking with his head. That was once, and that surprised me. And that's it.
Yo, you don't push the kid. Don't push the Dan. He's a good boy. The more you push him, the more he hides.
No wonder I keep pushing him.
Bro, I'm gonna push him into a lake
That's
of
bullying.
my love. See, not bullying anymore because it's my love.
Okay,
Got
now
me.
It's just rape.
now we're gonna
We circle back around, Taj. Let's go.
Let's play.
nice wall.
Absorption test.
Stay safe.
Night, Taj.
Wait, what time is it?
In the future, try to
Wait a minute.
not do the shit that you were doing and
Casper,
saying.
you have work.
Yeah, I have work.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, my name is
I have work
Kid.
too. Don't worry.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Not really mine, but I'll sign up for it right now. Tick-a-doo.
And also, okay, I'll defend myself on this one thing. When Jonathan caught me saying the curse thing, we were on the topic of like what ruined us.
Nothing ruined me. Therefore, you saying that you would mating press a fictional character, I think that went a little far.
Stand clear.
See, I'm a Sonic fan. Am I a furry? Exactly. No.
What?
I've become immune.
Cora's an adult woman, though.
Yeah, but the question is, what if you do that to you instead?
I was gonna say something lewd, but Jonathan's here, so I'm gonna go to sleep and not lose
No, you
any-
better say it.
and not let him lose any more respect for me than he already has.
Yo,
Yeah, like-
Taj, say
yo,
No.
Taj, sweet dreams. I hope you have some wet dreams of Cora.
Damn, why you
Stop.
gotta...
Okay.
Damn, I was just asking. You didn't even have to give me the whole thing.
Stabilize.
Damn, I was honestly just like, I'm kind of curious. Like,
Hey,
if his opinion on character X is this, what about character Y? That's it. But now
Okay.
the curse.
Night, guys.
Say,
Good night.
Gather.
Let's play. Absorption
hey,
test.
now we're the three musketeers. I said one musketeer is mixture of vaccine and ibuprofen, so I'm saying extra dumb shit.
It is truly clipped.
Oh shit, you're recording me? You can't do that.
No,
There
it is
you go.
no clipped like the The phrase, it is. Oh my gosh. No, sorry, it's because of yesterday. We were talking stories, right? As we were as me, Mr. Gasper.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't heard clipped. Nah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're gonna say. I haven't heard clipped in a long time.
It's just let me say it really quickly. The reason why I said it is clipped is because yesterday, I saw the topic somehow went up to yearbook quotes, and I just remember this one dude. We called him clipped because the only thing, like literally, like 99% of the time, the only thing he would say was, "This is truly clipped." That was his yearbook quote. He was like so dedicated to that. I was like, you know what? I respect that. I respect the hustle.
Bro, he was keeping the fucking phrase alive. I have not heard that phrase in a long time, bro.
Really? Oh man, it was in high school, so he did it for like a whole 4 years.
God damn.
I don't know how like long past.
I don't know if I respect that or find it cringe. It's both a high schooler doing something that's kind of cringy, but it's also like at least he was dedicated to cringe.
Yeah, I mean, props for props, dude. He kept it alive for a really long time.
Yeah, you know. I remember like my friend was like, "Seymour, you know, you have like a catchphrase." I'm like, "I don't have a catchphrase. What the fuck are you talking about?" He's like, "Everyone's saying it just because you say it. Whenever you see something gross, you say, oh geez.' Oh geez, bro. Oh geez."
I have never heard you say that before.
I stopped it after they pointed it out. I'm like, oh, well, I guess you guys are stuck with the mannerism now because I'm not doing it anymore. To be fair, I still like it. Somebody says something racist, I'm gonna say, oh geez.
It's such a neutral phrase. It's like you can't really go wrong with it, right?
Yeah.
What are you staring at?
Oh geez. I always wanted to look up if OGs had anything to do with Jesus Christ, but I never was. I was too lazy.
Damn.
Because I know some people are like, don't even say his name, say cheese and rice.
Why rice?
Well, Jews
Cheese and
aren't
crackers.
supposed to say his name, but so that's why.
Why?
We're not
Prophet.
supposed to say the name of a name of a false god.
Yeah.
Never knew that.
Maybe you're.
It's not too complicated, and you can also argue it. But with the way Christianity does it, yeah, you could definitely argue that they treat him as a false god.
So the way Judaism acknowledges that Muslims believe in the same God as us, but when it comes to Christianity, that it's viewed as idol worship.
Idol as in like, not as in like staying still idol, or idol as in like
No, idol as
godlike
in-
idols.
No, idol as in like a representative figure.
Like you know how the pagans worship gods that we all know to be false today, like those kind of idols.
I thought they were theocratic. No, well that's not the word.
Poly-
Polytheistic. There we go.
Yes. So the thing is that their gods were they would make statues of their gods, and their gods didn't really like exist, and blah 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 blah. You have to understand that in ancient times, the way a lot of worship worked was that people would make statues and worship these statues as gods. So it's like they would have statues of Thor. They would have statues in the Middle East of Baal, who was like one of the Arab gods before they became Muslim. And so it's like Judaism is very against idol worship. Because it was the first monotheistic religion and said all idolatry is forbidden, and so we're very against anything that's in any way idolatrous.
Oh. I won't say that I understand completely, but
Fine.
I guess.
Alright, so basically if I pulled up to you and said, I'm worshipping I'm worshipping the TV now. The TV is my fucking worship device. You'd say that's kind of weird, right?
No, dude, I'm pretty weird. I'd like to I'd like to think that someone else, if I don't know what they're talking about, I'm just gonna say that's cool.
Eh.
I'm not informed on the subject. Just that's my
Yeah,
opinion.
but I don't know. I feel like if somebody started worshiping their tank in World of Tanks, it's kind of weird.
Okay, first of all, that only happened once. Second of all, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not that weird. But I guess
I am.
I guess I can kinda see why, but like I mean, it's not. The thing is, it's not my business. So what can I say, right?
Well, that's fine. It's Jews didn't really care what non-Jews did. It's just that Jews are not allowed to practice idolatry.
Yeah.
Non-Jews, Judaism's opinion on non-Jews has been pretty, like, what's the word I'm looking for, Seymour? Like, clear throughout history, which is we don't care what you guys do so long as you please stop killing us.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess that's a cause I can get behind.
I would help you with the word, but I am on ibuprofen and vaccine. I
Oh, you're
am
good.
in the weird
But
state.
yeah, so Jews view Jesus as an idol. He is a human being who is worshipped as God, and God is not a human, and therefore worshipping a human being as God is idolatry. We view the concept of the Trinity as idolatrous because it's implying that God is part of something greater than himself, which goes against the idea of God being everything. God is the universe.
Mhm.
So there is
Now,
nothing greater than God.
now, to me, personally, I think if you say Almighty after him, that's when it's bad. Don't say that.
Oh, with Jesus' name?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing that most like Jews I've spoken to have told me: it's saying his name is perfect. Like you can say Jesus when you say his full name. Like if you say Jesus and then the other part, they make it like a thing. They're like, oh no, that's you can't say that. Like you can't say them together.
Quake.
Mm. It's very particular.
Here we go.
It's a particular people. Seymour, what can I fucking say?
True. To me, I think I'm like full name is the full name. You know, it's historical. It's historically accurate. But if you
Feel
say
that?
Almighty, I feel like that's when it's that's not good. That's when it's like because you're literally calling him Almighty,
Yeah, I get that.
and there's supposed to be only one person who's Almighty, and they're not a person.
Aren't they referring to the same thing though? That's like
What do you mean?
I thought.
No, if you say if I'm perfectly fine with saying Jesus Christ. Like, it to me it's just a historical name.
Yeah. I mean, I think the dude actually existed, right? Maybe not the same one that
He
he's spoken
existed,
about.
but it's also worth noting that thing that people say that wasn't his last name. That was something that was put on him as a moniker after his death.
I'm
Yes,
assuming.
sir.
They didn't do last names when Jesus was alive.
Hmm.
Okay. Mhm.
He didn't have a true last name.
Okay. I can get behind that.
But I'm not saying like it's historically accurate to the person. I'm just saying it's historically accurate to the fact that the Bible had him listed as Jesus Christ at a certain revision.
I mean, yeah,
That's how I put it.
That's fair.
it's fine. But yeah, so that's all I really have to say on the subject.
Asha Med.
Boo to false gods.
Join me on the motherfucking grind, baby.
Pardon me.
Who the fuck is Borden?
He's one of my friends from high school.
Boats are made for transferring commodities.
It's not his
back
actual
and
name. His
forth,
actual name is Brian.
and
but
those that
the
come
joke
across
is
Leroy
that,
tend to stay a while.
Ah, fuck, he declined.
So it is
The
where
joke
many
is
things
that
come to settle.
his friend just kept on calling him Borton, so it just kind of became his de facto nickname.
Yeah. Like how Chewie's real name is Richard. But yeah,
Osmanthus wine
I don't know that many
tastes the
people.
same
Like
as
until
I
truly, I
remember.
did not know anyone who actually got their
But where are
nickname more
those
important
who
than their
share
actual
the
regular one.
memory?
Yeah, I don't know anyone. I know people who don't like their name and shorten it, like my friend Alexander is Alex. But that one's that's nothing. Although I really like the name Alexander. And I don't like it when people shorten it. Alexander is such a cool name.
You could argue that it gets pretty long, right?
Alexander.
Osmanthus
I don't know, I know
wine
people named
tastes the
Anastasia.
same as I
For me,
remember.
right? I usually
But
think the
where are
name is long
those
if,
who
if it's
share
more
the
than 2
memory?
syllables. Like 3, sometimes you can kind of get away with 3 syllables. But like, honestly, if it's like, let's say like 3 or above, I would probably shorten the name. If they're
Nah.
comfortable with it, obviously, right?
I know a lot of Anastasias, and I think that's a really good name.
Oh yeah, Anastasia. Isn't that, pardon me, isn't that Russian?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, there's probably some origin, not just directly from Russia, but
Okay, that's right.
I'm not a
I
native.
have a question about Russian name. Is it pronounced Ivan or Ivan?
Ivan. Yvonne.
It wouldn't even be pronounced Ivan. It would be pronounced even or something. Ivan. It's Ivan. It's
Osmanthus
not
Ivan.
wine
Ivan,
tastes
but
the
like
same as I
Yvonne.
remember.
Like the only time you would pronounce
But
it
where are
Ivan is if
those
it's in a
who
person's
share
last
the
name. For
memory?
example, the way Russian last names work, is that it's you take the name of your father, and then if you're a boy or a girl, that changes. It's like, so for example, a guy. Let's say you have a guy whose father's name is Ivan. His last name would be Ivanovich,
Mm-hmm.
the son of Ivan.
Mm-hmm.
That's Ivanovich. So, like, for example, if I were Russian, my last name would be Ilich, which means the son of Ilya, which is the Russian way of saying Elijah.
Yeah.
I thought Ilya was...
Seymour's son would be Simich, which means, which
Yeah, but
could
I'm
also...
not so.
I know, I'm just saying, like, this is the thing. It's like my son would be Jonich.
Mhm.
Just the way the cookie crumbles.
It's an interesting thing. I like a lot of things about Russia. Not the culture. Not the
I
culture.
agree.
Not the culture since the 19th century. No. You know what? Not the culture in general. Serve them was pretty bad.
Agree.
Yeah, no, fuck Russia. But there's some parts of Russia's culture that is really interesting to me. Also, this is just a side note. I feel like Vladimir is like the most evil name possible. Like, think about it. Is there any other name that just sounds like as like terrifying? Like Vladimir. I think of Vlad the Impaler. I think of Vladimir Lenin. Vladimir Putin.
Oh yeah, his name is... I always
Agree.
forget he has a first name.
I'm not a big fan of any of these people. And
Wait, when it
Vlad.
comes to like, if it comes to pure, if you just like base it off of the name and don't think of any type of historical context, yeah, I can kind of see what you mean. But arguably, when people say the name Hitler, they automatically think of the Hitler, right?
Yeah, but Hitler was his last name. No one names their
Oh.
child
Oh,
Hitler.
okay, you know what, that's fair.
Well,
That's fair.
People.
and,
Shut up, Seymour. I know.
yeah.
That, you know,
But
that's fair. I hadn't considered that.
yeah, but Vladimir is a pretty common Russian name.
I personally just think V is a
Well, what
It
about
sounds
Victor?
a little dastardly.
About
Victor. Venti. It has a little
Vincent.
bit Vincent. It has a little bit of an air of like autocracy almost. Something.
I think you have an air of autocracy, Seymour.
and Vladimir, because it goes like from V to A. It's a very powerful va 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 va. Like if somebody was screaming va to you, that doesn't sound good, you know. Like vi like Vincent vi doesn't sound as bad. Va. It's very powerful of a sound. Very deep tongue. Vlad.
Powerful.
Vlad.
Okay, Seymour, you need to go to sleep.
Vlad. Yeah, even if I put a high pitch, it still sounds evil. Vladimir. And I know Vlads. Guess they're evil.
Time for bed.
It's definitely time for bed. But just saying, Vladimirich.
It would be
Vladimirich.
it would be Vladich or something like that.
Yeah, Vladich.
Vladimich.
Vladich is also pretty bad. That sounds evil too. Vladich, Vladimirich.
Vladimirich.
No matter what, it sounds evil.
Yeah.
Vladimov. That's not even a real one.
Now, do I go to sleep or do I start playing Dragon Age 2 again?
You
Play
go to
Dragon
sleep.
Age like the real man that you are.
No, you go to sleep.
Actually, wait, no. I do have a question about Dragon Age. Is it true that Dragon Age is just medieval Mass Effect?
No.
No.
Okay, my fault.
It's made by the same people who make Mass Effect, but it's not just medieval Mass Effect now.
Yeah, that would be like calling Knights of the Old Republic Star Wars Mass Effect.
Yeah, or
I mean,
it would be like
I
saying.
can kind of see the similarities, but okay, you know what? That's fair.
Yeah, it's its own unique universe. It's a really, it has really good lore. If you ever want to learn about the Dragon Age lore, I'm always down
I
to
would like
spiel.
I would. It's kind of like the Witcher series for me, where it's like, it's so big that I feel like if I start it, I'm not gonna be sociable for the next
I will say
couple
this.
months.
Look what you've done to me, Seymour. Dragon Age lore is easier to understand than The Witcher. It's much easier.
Yeah.
Okay,
I get it.
time to go.
Good night, Seymour.
Lovely.
I gotta take a poop. Good night.
You do that.
Oh shit! It's
But yeah, it's like I'm. Yes, Seymour.
Just wanted to say good night one more time because I
Have
feel
a
like
wonderful evening, Mr. Seymour.
You be well, Seymour.
Vladimir.
Vladimir. But yeah, so how do I put this? The Dragon Age lore kind of let me give you the basis between like behind the big things. So you have 4 major races, which are the humans, the dwarves, the elves, and the Kunari.
Which are
so humans are humans, elves are elves, dwarves are dwarves, and Kunari are. Let me send you a picture of a Kunari because there's no other way to explain them.
Chat,
their entire civilization follows a religion that's known as the Kun, and it is basically a very authoritarian communist religion. And it's basically what determines like their entire lives. I'm trying to get this one picture that kind of shows like all the races, but like civilly persecuted.
Oh, so okay.
The main religion of the world, which is known as the Chant of Light, also known as the Andrastian Chantry, basically has a very bad opinion of magic because of its history with magic and all this stuff. And so because of that, mages are not looked upon well by most races in the world. Dwarves don't have the ability to be mages. They're simply born without magic. And all the others, but I'm just gonna give you the basic rundown of human history, which like ties in a lot. So, humans have two major, something called the Tevinter Imperium, which is the oldest human civilization there is.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the Andrastian Chantry.
Which are younger.
So that's just the human religion.
Okay.
So basically, the Andrastian Chantry, by the way, here's the height chart. Is only mages could be leaders, and it was like a very slavery was rampant. It was huge amounts of slavery of humans and elves. There were lots of genocide against the elves, and it was just really a horrible time going on.
Mm-hmm.
Andraste was a human born in the south, so there are different types of humans, different cultures and all race, like what we would call races of humans. But so Andraste was born in the south. She was one of those types of humans, and she had a vision from something that she called the Maker, which basically the Maker created humans and watched as the humans turned away from him and did all these horrible things. And basically, the humans, led by the Tevinter Imperium and the mages, started worshipping the old gods, developed this whole civilization. There's this story that the leaders of the Tevinter Imperium, the high priests of each of the old gods, were getting whispers from the old gods telling them to breach the veil and go into the Fade.
Oh, yeah.
And go into there's a place in the Fade called the Golden City, which is where the throne of the Maker was. And they're like, go and take the throne of the Maker for yourself. And so they went and they did a whole magic thing, and they tore a hole through the Fade, and they went in through the veil, and they went into the Fade, and they entered the Golden City. And it says that when they entered the Golden City, the spirit world got corrupted by the existence of mortals in it. And the Golden City became the Black City, and it kind of fell apart and became dark and corrupted. And the Maker cursed these high priests of the old gods and sent them back to Thedas as the first Darkspawn.
Oh, okay.
And they kind of went and spread that curse throughout the thing. And it
by
kind of
other humans? I mean, not humans,
by infecting other humans, by infecting they can infect anyone really.
So the fifth race is basically built up from members of the other race, except infected with the darkness.
Yes, so anyone can become infected with the Darkspawn curse.
Okay, I see.
But most of the time, people who get infected with the Darkspawn curse die. I think it's pretty rare that they become a Darkspawn. But this introduced these things called blights, where basically the Darkspawn blamed the old gods for them existing the way that they exist, because the old gods were the ones who told them to go into the Golden City in the first place. So they went and invaded, started attacking the tombs of where the old gods lived beneath the earth. And what they would eventually happen was whenever the Darkspawn reach an old god, they corrupt it with the Darkspawn blood, and the old god becomes something called an Archdemon. And then the Archdemon wakes up, gets out from underneath the surface, and starts leading, because normally the Darkspawn, they're not really an organized thing, they're just kind of like mindless, go kill, kill. But when an Archdemon awakens, they basically can command the Darkspawn to act as an organized force, and they lead what is known as a blight against the world, where they basically try to destroy the whole world. I think there have been 5 blights.
Is that an event, or is that a...
Yes.
Okay.
So the first Dragon Age game takes place with the most recent blight. I'm going to tell you right now.
Okay.
Dragon Age
do you
blight.
participate in it, or is it like a backdrop to the... Or not
No, the whole point of the game is you are trying to end the 5th blight.
Okay, I see.
And so basically what ends up happening is that an order known as the Grey Wardens ends up rising up. And what the Grey Wardens... So one thing about the Archdemons is, let's say someone kills the Archdemon, right?
Yes.
Hooray! We killed the
that was-
Archdemon. Blight over, right?
Probably, right? Because
No,
oh fuck.
because an Archdemon's soul can jump to a body of a different Darkspawn and continues to command the Darkspawn.
So let me guess, you have to wipe out every single one of them?
Well, it's impossible to wipe out the Darkspawn because there's so
Well,
many of them.
Oh, so how do you
So-
how do you stop it?
What the Grey Wardens do is that they purposefully infect themselves with the Darkspawn curse.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they go to kill an Archdemon, the Archdemon's soul jumps into the Grey Warden's body. And then when the Grey Warden kills themselves, since they're not a complete Darkspawn, it kills the Archdemon as well.
Oh. And then what happens to the rest of the Darkspawn?
The Darkspawn retreat back underground and either become less of a nuisance, and like the blight is over, and generally whatever armies of the countries that are around are able to clean up whatever remain on the surface, and it's safe generally until the next blight.
I see. Okay, I see what you mean.
I'm gonna tell you this, so the dwarves actually like it when blights happen because they live underground. And whenever there's a blight, it means the Darkspawn go above ground and aren't attacking them anymore.
Yeah, that's fair. I can see why they would like it.
Yeah, so there's that. I'm trying to think of...
And is this like the central conflict for the games?
That for the first game, for the first part of the first game, it's the blight. You're dealing with the blight, but there's also a lot of other stuff going on in the first game. For example, you have
Well, obviously
there's a
something
civil
totally
war
different,
in
right?
one of
But-
the human countries called Ferelden.
Okay, because I'm trying to equate this to, not necessarily equate, but like I'm trying to see how it stacks up to Mass Effect, because you know how in Mass Effect the whole story revolves around Shepard and how he deals with the Reapers,
Yeah.
roughly. But obviously it's not just that. There's so many other things to
Well,
invest
one
in
thing
to
that's
take care
big in Dragon Age is each game you play as a different person. It's not like Mass Effect where you play as Shepard in all 3 games. In
Okay.
each Dragon Age game, you are a different person.
of. Wait, tell me this: is your protagonist from a previous game mentioned, or at least like referenced?
Yes, so depending on your actions, your protagonists in the previous games can be brought up and mentioned. So like in my case, right? So in Dragon Age Origins, which is the first Dragon Age game, your options are you can play as a dwarf, a human, or an elf, right?
Mm-hmm.
Also depending on which race you pick, there's different starts. So for example, if you play a human, you're either a human noble or you're a human mage. If you play an elf, you can either be a city elf, a Dalish elf, which I'll explain what that is, or a mage elf. If you play a dwarf, you're either a dwarf noble or a dwarf peasant, you know? So like it also changes your background and how you interact with the world a little bit. So my character from the first Dragon Age game, the protagonist is known as the Warden because you're a Grey Warden. Was a dwarf commoner. And so in Dragon Age Inquisition, which is the most recent like Dragon Age game, like they talk about the Warden a lot, and it's like, so your character can die at the end of the game, by the way. My character lived. And so they talk about, it's like because at the start of Dragon Age Inquisition, everyone thinks there's a new blight going on. They're like, oh no, there's a 6th blight. There isn't one, but it's kind of like a false alarm.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're like, there's a 6th blight. We have to find the Warden commander so he can end the blight. And so like a lot of it is just trying to find your character from the first game.
I see.
You never find him, but
because
you do interact with your character from the second game, and he is a central part of the third game, and you get to interact with him, and you even get to design him to make him look like what you looked like in the second game.
Okay, that's
Yep.
neat. Is there a I'm assuming there's a voice not a voice. The game is voiced, right?
The first Dragon Age game, the protagonist was not voice acted, but everyone else was. In the last 2 Dragon Age games, the protagonist is voice acted.
Okay, and do they still refer to the protagonist as like let's say traveler, or yeah, or in this case,
No, no,
warrior.
no. So in the first Dragon Age game, you are the Warden Commander.
Mm-hmm.
In the second Dragon Age game, you are Hawk, the champion of Kirkwall.
Okay.
And in the third Dragon Age game, you are known. So it's like you get different titles as you progress
yeah.
in the story. So
that
like
makes it sound natural,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
To just
So
address people by title. Okay.
yeah. So and then like Hawk wasn't all in Dragon Age 2. Your character's last name is Hawk. That you don't get to change that. That's his name, or her name. You could pick male or female in all the games. But
As
so
you
it's like
should in an
Hawk
RPG, right?
eventually becomes the champion of Kirkwall. After Hawk becomes the champion of Kirkwall, they're known as the champion of Kirkwall. You know, but before that they're just Hawk. And so it's like then you have in Dragon Age Inquisition, which is the third game, your character is like really quickly after the start of the game is known as the Herald of Andraste. And then after you complete like the prologue of the game, the character becomes known as the Inquisitor because you are the leader of this organization that's known as the Inquisition. So you become the Inquisitor, and that's how everyone refers to you. You're the Inquisitor.
Is that why it's called Dragon Age Inquisition?
Yep.
Okay, that's neat.
And the reason why they were calling you the Herald of Andraste before is because they believed that Andraste, who was the prophet of the god in the human religion, and she also became his wife, they believe. So it's like that she herself sent you to save the world. So they're like, you're the Herald of Andraste.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Which, by the way, can be really fun if you play someone who's not a human. Because, like, if you play, let's say, as a Kunari, the Kunari don't follow the Andrastian chantry. They have their own religion. So then people will be like, how could the Andraste send a Kunari? And there's a whole thing. It's really nice. They get really into the racial politics of the world.
Okay, that's good, because I love games that delve into internal politics.
Oh yeah, there's one entire quest line in Dragon Age Inquisition where you're just basically trying to help like get through like the internal politics of one of the most corrupt empires in the world, and pick who's the next emperor is gonna be.
Oh, so your character has in-world implications, basically.
Yeah.
On a massive scale.
Yep.
Okay, that's cool.
Because like so in Dragon Age Inquisition, there's a civil war. So basically, I'm gonna tell you there are like 3 human countries that matter more than all the other human countries. These are the Tevinter Imperium, the Orlesian Empire, and the Kingdom of Ferelden.
Okay.
So in Dragon Age 1, there's kind of a civil war going on in the Kingdom of Ferelden, and you help defeat it as well as defeat the Blight. And you get to pick who the next leader of Ferelden is gonna be. In Dragon Age Inquisition, there's a civil war going on in the Empire of Orlais, and you get to pick which person you want to become the emperor. Do you choose the current empress to remain as empress, or do you support her cousin who's leading the revolution to make him emperor?
I see.
Yeah. Also, there are elves, and the elves just basically get royally screwed, and everything sucks for them.
I mean, they
don't have their own country anymore. They don't have the right to recreate their own country. Their country was destroyed by the humans like a couple of thousand years ago.
And then they were enslaved.
They were enslaved by the Tevinter Imperium, and then Andraste, after she led her revolution against the Tevinter Imperium, she promised the elves that they would she would give them freedom, right? Mm-hmm. The thing is, Andraste was martyred. She was burnt to death by the Emperor of the Tevinter Imperium. And there's a whole thing that it's like they say that when she burnt to death, the Maker appeared before all of humanity and said, it's like, yo, you killed my prophet. Like, I'm never gonna reveal myself to you guys ever again until you spread the chant of light, which is like their holy book, to all the corners of the world. And so it's like that's the humans' view that's their divine duty is to convert everyone to their religion.
Oh.
But so since Andraste died, and she wasn't able to like follow up on her promise because she was dead. Her successors eventually,